Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 84 of A Fern Between Us.
We are two of the four owners of E84 Winery. My name's Jesse.
And I'm Michelle. And we have a short and sweet little segment for you because you guys aren't writing in. What? Was going back to school for your kids just so traumatic that you forgot to
It was for me.
Send us questions. That's so funny.
It was for me, guys.
Yeah, you've been traumatized by your
So
kid going back to school?
So traumatized.
Tell us, in what way?
Well, now she wakes up every morning, like early, like 8 or 9 or 10. And then, it just throws my whole day off. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, think I got the house to myself all morning, and immediately all these alarm clocks are going off so people could get their schoolwork done.
Sounds rough. Oh my gosh.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah, then I go to work and I totally forget about it altogether.
Yeah, that's right. Because then mom's on duty, right? Like all the paperwork and making sure things get done and signed up for and juggled and yeah. Mm-hmm. That sounds about right. Yeah.
It is about right, yeah.
All right, so you came in sort of to the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Had to do that one by myself, and then he came in and was very distracting. But one of the big things that people really want to know about is how is Crush going so far, and can you tell us what this vintage is going to look like?
I don't know if it's early enough to tell about the vintage like as a whole or anything like that.
Which is an important part,
Yeah.
I think, because people want to know, can you tell from the grapes coming in
Right.
what the vintage is going to look like? But it has to go through fermentation, right?
It's got to go through each one's got to go through fermentation, and any one season can be great for Syrah, but not for Cabernet or whatever. And then you have different vineyard sites, and then that's actually what you're judging is like, was everything just perfect at this exact location for Pinot Noir?
And then you and Kristen fuck it up.
And then, of course, we can't mess it up, which is 100% a possibility, right? The winemaker does play, like, we could always make a great grapes into terrible wine. It's really not possible to do the other way around. But so far, Chardonnay looked great. Riesling looked darn good. And those are the only two that I've done, and those are from down south. So
because we've had so much rain.
I also have Rieslings and Chardonnay from up north as well, and the plan is to blend them together. May not happen, it's not for sure, but it'll probably happen. So, but this first group looks good. I'm pretty excited. It has been raining down in Deming. I don't really think of rain as like a negative in New Mexico or like an extremely arid climate like we have, but as far as the vintage goes or the quality of the grapes goes, but he can't get into his vineyard with 60 people or 40 people or whatever it is
in the mud,
and they have deep mud, so if it's raining, he literally can't drive his trucks and tractors and trailers into there in order to pick. So then everything gets delayed, and that has happened once, and it set us back, I think, probably 5 days if I'm doing my calculations right. Which means, a lot of the reds will be pushed back. Like, you can only pick so fast unless you're picking with a harvester. And we've all deemed that he can't, that we want it picked by hand. And so it makes for better
really
grapes.
Good, yeah, for the grapes themselves.
But they might come in a little bit overripe, which means a little lower acidity, a little higher alcohol. You do some things to balance that, mitigate that, but at the same time, I don't know.
Yeah.
But we get grapes that come in at all different ripenesses, no matter how much we try. It's nature, and it's not perfect.
Right, and you're dealing with new equipment, and so that's always fun. And again, one of the things that people don't realize is that the romantic idea of a winemaker is not actually reality. In reality, you're a farmer and a plumber and a mechanic and an electrician and
a dishwasher.
Else?
You dishwash most of the thing. Like
washing, pre-washing, after washing, before, during, after.
Yeah, there's no end to the amount of washing that we have to do. But also, so our new press, we're not all that excited about. We don't feel like the gas part of it It was supposed to press our whites
Completely.
in an oxygen-free environment, and that has not been done. But on the other hand, I do feel like we've figured out a couple workarounds, and I'm kind of excited about what we'll be able to do with the whites anyway this year.
Well, and you didn't have this attribute on the press that they
Never
let
have
you
before.
last year,
Yeah.
and all of your whites have been really beautiful for years. So this was just going to be a bonus to play
Yeah,
with. But
exactly.
I mean, your wines have been spectacular, so it doesn't really matter.
We're trying, and we'll keep trying, and we'll keep getting better. But yeah, we had a setback with our biggest, baddest toy, and so I'm fighting with the company. Not happy. We'll see what happens.
I gotta say, an unhappy winemaker in the home is an unhappy home. All right.
We also checked our grapes here in Dixon.
Yes!
They're coming along. The Gruner we're going to end up harvesting here with the picking party in like 10 days, I think, or something.
September 3rd is our first picking party, and we actually had four spots open up. That's actually on my list to talk about today.
Oh, cool.
4 spots opened up. So this thing sells out so fast, and so you need to actually call.
It's a week from Saturday.
Yeah, and in order to see, I mean, they might have already sold those spots again because we did put it on social media, but 505-579-4441. Call immediately if you can try to get in. So
and
there's
so
also a
we're gonna
waiting list too in case somebody comes down with COVID and can't come.
we're gonna pick here 9 days from now, a week from Saturday, and the Gruners look like they're coming right along.
Excellent.
They're going to be pretty close to exactly how we want them, which is pretty cool. And the rest of the vineyard is doing great. It's going to be 4 weeks after that we pick basically the rest of it. So,
September 24th.
yeah, Gruner just gets ready earlier. So,
Oh, that's so exciting. Well, this vintage
yeah.
is so great.
I'm excited, and the grapes all look like I've never seen healthier bunches in our vineyard. So I'm actually really excited.
That's really exciting because this. What I mean is this past vintage that's out for release is tasting so good. I'm really excited to have another one out here.
Nice.
Another thing that just happened was the local Heroes Awards.
Oh yeah.
And so the
That was
4
fun.
of us actually went somewhere together.
There was a picture of us, I believe. Even
Yes,
floating
and you'll
around.
see it on all of our social media platforms.
Because we never
all
take them, so we're like,
900.
yeah.
Yeah, we're never together. And, we divide and conquer. And that is part of what makes our company really, really great. And it's also part of how nobody sees any of us. It's almost like we're all one person and just take different entities. It's like some weird spooky movie. You only see one of us at a time.
Right.
Are there others? But
Oh, yeah.
that was super exciting. So we got the Local Heroes Award for Artisan Wine. And how did that feel?
That was fun. It was a great party. Plus, like, we knew a bunch of people in the room a little bit. We've dealt with them through the winery, sold wine to them, hired them as for food and stuff like that. We buy their beer, things like that. It was a lot of fun to get to hobnob with some of the some of the
best of
like-minded,
New
yeah, in the culinary arena. So that was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And it's put on by Edible Magazine, who we just adore. They have been great supporters of ours since they first started, and have done a number of stories on us, and I've gotten the opportunity to write for them a number of times, which I love. I love being able to contribute to a magazine.
And then we were eating a little post-party snack, and they walked up, and we ended up having dinner.
Market.
Yeah, we ended up having dinner with them.
Market, you should carry our wine.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, because that's a great wine selection. I think we'd fit in there. I'm going to send somebody into you if you're watching. But yeah, all of a sudden we're meeting with our good friends, Chris Goblet and his wife Susan, and in walks the Edible Magazine couple and sits down. Man, it was amazing.
Yeah,
it was such
awesome.
a great evening. So it just was the gift that kept on giving, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's a wonderful thing to, if you do already carry our wines or are interested, to know that we have been tagged as somebody that is doing great things in the food industry in our state. So super exciting. Thank you so much. We are super honored by all of you that voted. So thank you.
Right.
All right, so because you guys were depressed about kids going back to school or whatever was distracting you, we have one sad question. It's actually not a sad question, it's a great question. It is, what wines do you buy that are cheap? What brands at the grocery store? So I've talked about how to shop at the grocery store, but people really want to know, what brands do we like? And so it's been a while. I like to shop off wine.com, and that really tailors things to you. So there is some amount of that here and there. I always shop at the grocery store, again, for some of these buy 6, you get the greater discount, and I've talked about that. But one of the ones that we have always actually traditionally enjoyed is Cupcake. I know people talk crap about Cupcake all the time, and I get it. It's cheap, but it totally nails the varietal specific nature of that wine and that grape. And so we're drinking the Sauvignon Blanc. I think it's one of the best of the group that they put out. We have enjoyed many of theirs. These are great if you're having a party too. But this definitely tastes like a Marlboro Sauvignon Blanc for the essences that you're looking for.
It does. And it's good, it's light, it's crisp, it's everything you're looking for. It's not
not overly complex,
right? It's a good little wine, though.
Also $7 and change,
right? And it's always inexpensive.
It's always
basically
on sale.
Anywhere where you are. So,
right? That's what I love is that it's you often sometimes it'll go back up to regular price, which is still under 15, and so then you're looking at, with a discount, you buy 6, it's on sale, it's $7. I mean,
right?
You can't ask for a better wine at $7. Otherwise, normally they get kind of funky. They get that overly
it's gross.
Adulterated. That's not the word. They're manipulated wines where
that might be the word, though. Unadulterated means not messed with.
Yeah, but somehow doesn't that kind of put a sexual spin somewhere on there?
Hope not.
I don't know. We've been drinking. We already had a bottle of wine, so go with me. Anyway, the word I'm looking for is that it doesn't have those manipulated flavors like a lot of really cheap wines. What do you think of it?
I said I love it. I think it's light, it's crisp, it's beautiful. It tastes a lot like it tastes like Marlboro is supposed to taste. It's great.
Right?
It's exactly what I'm looking for. I mean, it's not a complicated or whatever, but
it works.
But there's zero problems with it.
Exactly, especially if you like to open more than one bottle in an evening, or if you like to drink every day, or if you're having a party, or
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna just drink the one, though. So
we aren't, but some of these people
no, I
might.
mean, but not. Somebody's not just gonna drink Cupcake. What else would they like to drink?
Oh, I
trying to tee you up here, babe. Oh man,
where's the theme? It was the theme. Okay,
I was moving you on.
That would be next wine, and the next wine is Campo Viejo, which is one of the classic wines, not only in the grocery store but in a lot of restaurants. A lot of restaurants put this on their list. Right. And I still have white in my glass, so can I taste yours while you tell us what you think of this?
Campo Viejo, they have a handful of different wines. Most of them are Tempranillo related because they're from Rioja. I like them, but reds are harder for me when they're cheap. I feel like there's a little more evidence of manipulation. But for the price, I kind of feel like this is about as good as it gets.
And this was on sale for the same price. So you're still looking at $7 and change for a red wine that doesn't taste overly sweet, which is my problem, is that when you get into this young, fresh, but also kind of manipulated $6 price range that most of those grocery store wines are at, I don't like them.
And both of these are what, a $12.99 kind of wine. 14-ish.
At least at our stores.
Not on sale. You know, they're worth it at that price as well. They're definitely amongst the best ones at those prices. But they also, these two brands specifically go on like mega sales all the time. So
they're huge wineries.
They're
and
aggressive.
They produce a lot of wine.
Aggressive marketers and this and that.
Yeah, that tastes a little. I'm a big fan of the winery too, and especially their upper end stuff is fantastic. So definitely try some of that stuff when you want to spend a little more. But it tastes a little bit like they, rushed through some juice and maybe, manipulated some oak.
Padded some numbers, added a little too much water kind of deal.
A little artificial oak. Nice oak dust, maybe. That's what I'm kind of picking up on.
Yeah.
But it's not bothersome.
Right. And all the other ones in that category are to me. So
I totally agree. Totally agree.
It's pretty rare to find ones that I'd love under $14-15.
Yeah. I think these are fantastic, and I feel like these are both two brands that you can find at your grocery stores most often and buy them on sale and stock up so that the next time you have a party or you have, a multiple bottle evening with a group of friends or whatever it is, power watching through Game of Thrones again. I don't know. The new one's out, so maybe you're
right.
rewatching.
Are we really going to do this?
Evidently we are.
Oh man, we watched the first one. Oh man, I think we're gonna do it, aren't we?
I think we are.
Damn it.
We were slow to start and get onto the Game of Thrones scene. It was years and years later, and it was actually the finale of the final season, and we read an article in New York Times talking about why we should watch it. So we did, and now, here we go again. Anyway, stock up on some great cheap wines and enjoy, right? Then your first bottle can be Vivac, because that's also key. You open the best bottle first, and then your palate is fatigued as it continues on, and then you can open cheaper and cheaper stuff. And before you know it, you're on to, vodka martinis. I don't know.
Yeah, vodka martinis. Or gin ones. Gin ones are better.
Oh, vodka.
Let's not do this vodka thing anymore. Can we just call it quits on vodka?
No, can we call it quits on gin?
No, gin is like, mother's milk or something.
It's vodka enhanced with, crap.
Not crap. Rose petals. I thought you loved rose petals. What the hell?
All right, guys, we're going to let you go. Write in your questions for next week. And do you
have a theme or anything? Like, what are they going to write about?
Whatever your questions are. We don't have a theme because it's going to be the first Thursday of the month, and that's Wine Club Wines.
Wine Club Wines. Okay, cool.
So we'll taste that. But, okay. Well, let's taste gin.
What? Oh, I don't have any gins right now. Hardly.
Well, we're going to have to buy some, sir.
Well, that'd be great.
Ooh! Better yet, let's do a taste-off. Gin versus vodka. That's what we're doing. Gin versus vodka.
Okay, there it is.
Let's do a throwdown. So write in, what's your favorite and why? Also, what questions you may have. And are you Team Michelle vodka or are you Team Jesse icky gin?
I think if you're gonna go like this, you're gonna be like, and you're gonna make a face. So like, who's the better actor is probably like.
Are you telling me I Nicolas Cage this?
What if you go like that, and I'm just like, yeah, vodka. I don't know. And then they're like, wow, it seemed like, between the two of you, she was like a -8 and you're only a -2. So therefore vodka wins because they're less minus.
No, I think you and I both need to take an honest look at the vodkas and the gins that we're tasting and equally give both of them a chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Are we picking each of our favorites that we know of? And we each taste each other's favorite?
Shit. I'm on the spot. I don't know. I just made this up.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Follow the socials, and Michelle will tell you what the story is.
Exactly.
And then we'll go for it.
Maybe you guys should tell us which ones we should be tasting. That would be fun.
Ooh.
So if you participate,
in the next couple days, tell us what we should taste.
Yes.
And we'll go out and buy a bunch of bottles.
Yes.
And taste through those, and maybe we'll have one vodka or maybe 2 vodkas and 2 gins. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
maybe 2 and 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Later, y'all.